Yeah. Michael Bisping said it best. Never gonna happen, brother.
You mad?
This is number one bullshit. You're never gonna do that. I love it when they stand and bang. Are you intoxicated?
But take your jokes and throw them in the bin.
Me and Dana White not friends. Everybody knows.
That was amazing.
Sometimes your stock is just higher.
I'm telling you, that's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's probably one of the worst things I've ever heard. Let's move on. Just like that.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the card. I know Woodley lost.
Just as we start recording, you're like, no, I don't know anything about the card. All I know is Woodley lost. Well, welcome everybody to From the Corner. Jeez. Thanks to my sponsor, Regani.
Are we going? Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording, bro. This is it.
I just want to do the Rugani read. Rugani is delicious, nutritious, and it's got all the beta carotenes that your body needs.
Yeah,
Welcome to From the Corner.
Yeah, it's also probably like number one first no to do while podcasting is eating.
Perfect.
Cool.
Rookie era.
The podcast is gonna make it.
No. I mean, I'm looking at the last podcast. Like, I saw the numbers, and we're the fastest growing in Rondebosch, or was it just Elizabeth Avenue?
Geez, don't give geographical locations, bro. Come on. That's even another rookie error.
I used.
Jeez, you're off to a firing start there.
I used Avenue so that they didn't think of road. But yeah, don't worry, no one will know where you live.
Okay, all right.
I won't give out your exact address.
Okay, well, thanks for that, bro. I appreciate it.
For all our female followers, it's not on Elizabeth. Say again, Gary?
I said it's the number between 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Oh, well done. Thanks, guy.
That house.
What's that?
We're going to go to that house now, which isn't his, and ring the doorbell. But anyway, welcome to From the Corner. All we're doing today is talking about Uriah Faber. We might bring Tyron Woodley into this at some point. We need to chat about his career and what's next for him. What else? What else happened on the pod?
Guys.
Oh, yes.
Cheers.
First, Dan, do you have any beverages that are now legally on sale? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sponsored by Chroma as well. Thanks to my people at Chroma for sending me the green gin. I'll say it tastes nice. I'm online. I'm on air. It tastes good.
Level 3.
What's that?
I said cheers to level 3.
Yeah, for sure. Your audio sounds so terrible, but we'll go through it. We'll get through it. We'll get through this together.
This is Papa G. It's going on Papa G's channel, so we do need some mistakes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
yeah.
Listen, it's gonna be another. Well, if we're gonna apply Papa G rules, that every time, not current.
Whenever he does that.
Yeah, I promise you, I'm safe, bro. I wasn't officially tested, but I got zapped on the forehead today. So that's just allergies.
Corona. That's why you're sneezing now.
Yeah, but anyway,
I might have had it. My temperature was too hot the other day. I'm not even being funny. They wouldn't let me into.
Seriously, are you? So you've actually been turned away. So tell me more about that.
So my temperature was 136.8, and it needed to be lower than 136.8. So I told the lady I had been for a jog that morning, and I still got turned away. I got a friend. I was getting my stuff out of my office because we work from home now. So I had to get a mate to bring it down for me.
Yeah.
I failed the test, but I think 40% of us are going to get Rona, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, for sure. No,
How did they
look.
take
I mean, the stats aren't looking that great. Sorry, Garrick. What you want to tune there, bro?
No, it was a temperature test.
Well, how did they get to 136? You mean 36?
Well, I thought 136.8 was fine, but apparently it's not. It's too hot. So, I mean, whatever that means. And then I asked my mom, and she said it was 140. So anyway, so different people have different tests, and I think the lady doing it wasn't applying it properly. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of human error that can come into it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I also chatted to my dad, and he's like, I was quite stressed because I went for my first meeting today, and when I got my temperature test, I was like stressing a bit because it was the first time that I'd had it done, and they were like, 36.3, and I was like, I didn't actually before going know what the correct number was or the incorrect number was. So I was like, 36.3, what does that mean? I have no idea. And then it turned out that I was like, okay, but like, but I don't know these things. Well, I should know, I suppose, now.
I still don't know. Like, look, you could. And did you go for a jog in the morning or not?
38, you got like they'll turn you away. Like 37, I think also you get turned away. So you need to be in like the 36s, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, well, thank goodness I was. So that's great.
Yeah, I didn't. Luckily, I didn't have a meeting. I just had to go upstairs, get my second screen, my chair, and some stuff in my drawer. So I just got a mate to bring it down. I still gave him a hug, and the lady let him back in. So if I had Rona, she's got Rona too now.
Well, that's very responsible. I love it.
Thank you. I do take care. Yeah. So tell us more about the 135 division.
No, bro, we done talking about Uriah Faber now, bro. Come on, hey?
Yeah, that's it. That's
like
nothing for this week.
Well, okay.
Keep
well,
up to date.
The best.
Give us a recap from the 5-6 weekend, bro.
Yeah. But the first, I mean,
get to
listen. We haven't, in Dan's defense, we haven't done a from the corner episode since Uriah, during this whole coronavirus thing, got on the scale to fight instead of Song Yadong if he didn't get his visa to fight. Did you know that? That was on the recent card, the Song Yadong card.
Was that featherweight?
Yeah. He stepped in bantamweight.
Well, can he just?
No, it was featherweight. I'm not sure. He came in at like a 153 or something.
Yeah, if he's going to step on a scale, I think it would be at featherweight, or maybe even lightweight.
He's Yadong's coach, so obviously he was just backup in case he couldn't get his thing sorted.
Yeah, well, I'll pull that up.
I did hear about that.
I'll pull that up now, and then we can discuss that a little bit later. But so we've just experienced the first UFC event in the UFC Apex Center. I mean, I know you said in the beginning, bro. Did you not see any of the footage, any of the cards? Nothing.
No, I watched the Woodley fight.
Okay, makes for a great podcast. Eh?
Yeah.
Just talk about
I'm
the
the casual
event.
fan. No, I'm the casual fan. I'll talk about what's next for Woodley.
Oh, jeez. He's like the Conor McGregor of MMA podcasting. Don't worry. Leave the rest. I'll just talk about what's next for the man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, my word. That's so funny. So I watched pretty much every fight. Actually did. The first fight.
On Fight Pass.
Yeah, because I've now bought I now have bought Fight Pass, so I get everything. I'm so stoked. There's dude, if anybody, it's now available in South Africa, which is great because it was never available when I first checked, because I love my sport, man, and it's such a cool thing. It's like everything is MMA focused. And you get all like the Ultimate Fighter and all that KIF content, like the watch party, where you get they get a whole bunch of fighters together to watch a card and they film the whole thing. some very
You set the
cool.
bar so high now, because you should have all the info after every fight because you can see everything.
That's
So.
it. And does
Pressure's
Dana
on
White
you.
know that you? Does Dana White know you're promoting his channels for him? For free?
Yeah. I actually spoke to him on the phone yesterday, and he said I'm doing a fucking great job in true Dana White style. And he said if I ever need a contact for TRT, he's got me sorted.
Is he,
And your
Joe
jump
Rogan
partner.
does. Joe Rogan does some of that as well. But I might just get some as well, just to increase my podcasting skills.
Yeah, but listen, the reason why I actually want to talk about the prelims quickly is because it was such an underrated card, and it actually ended up being an excellent, like the first 5-6 fights were just all finishes, and it was super and the ones that weren't finishes were super entertaining fights. It was crazy. And you know that it's gone from a 30-foot octagon to a 25-foot octagon, so it's smaller by 5 feet.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I heard about that. I heard the commentator saying this about something about the smaller octagon. Why did they do that? Is it
Well,
pandemic vibes
just
or
because of yeah. I mean, that's why I was hoping you would have watched it, bro. Because what I was saying to Gareth.
I did see it. I did see the main event.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see how they were doing the post-fight
But did you
interviews
take
and that?
Sorry, say that again.
No, I'm asking Dan, did you see the post-fight interviews though? How they were doing that? Is that what they were doing?
Yeah, I saw
The
Woodley one or
interview
two
zone.
interviews. Yeah. More importantly, did Mackenzie Dern make weight?
Oh my goodness me, bro! Did she not only make
Round
weight?
one, man.
Honestly, did she only make weight? She looked amazing, dude. She looked
Whoa,
phenomenal.
You don't have to overcompensate for last week. You don't have to.
No. Listen, to be honest with you, hey, it's MMA talk. They talk about weight all the time. You little fucker. And
A woman's first, didn't she?
Yeah, she was first on the main card. I see. She
yes,
got a round
no.
one submission.
Gareth is right.
First.
She was the first woman to win via knee bar in women's MMA. First woman to do that.
Yeah.
Wow. In the UFC, you mean?
Yeah, in the UFC.
Okay.
First round knee bar finish. Okay, but that was on the main card, you son of a bitch. So
we digress,
I just want to talk about Chris Gutierrez versus Vince Morales, or Vince Morales. I can't pronounce these fucking names, but
That's one of Dan's favorite fighters, isn't it?
dude, Gutierrez was only the 10th fighter to win via leg kicks, and I know how much you love leg kicks, dude. Now,
Especially with
now
no audience, and you can hear everything.
don't you go, I wish I saw that fight, because it was such a bloody amazing start to the fight night. A guy getting finished by leg kicks. He chopped up the right leg, chop, the lead leg, or which was the left leg. I think he was an orthodox fighter. Chopped up the right leg, chop, switch stance, chopped up the left leg. So he almost like mirrored his opponent the
Sounds
entire
like he's cutting
time.
up carrots, bro.
He just mirrored his...
Man.
Oh, dude, it was beautiful to watch. So I definitely recommend going to watch that fight. And then the other thing is, look, Caitlin Chikagian won via decision. That's the only, for me, real notable name vibe. But we got to keep our eyes on Jamal Hill. Got to keep our eyes out on Daniel Rodriguez and Gabe Green, because they put on a fucking amazing fight. And then there was this... Tim Elliott, also he's like what do they call him? Uncle Awkward. Also such a great fighter.
Yeah,
he literally fought at such a pace for like 2 rounds that he gassed and then ended up getting finished in great fashion.
Wasn't that fight of the night or something?
Yeah, they gave that fight of the night. Yeah.
Hectic. I think they should have given it to old Gilbert, man, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
But
But the for me, the MVP of that entire card was Spike Carlisle. What madness! What madness! This dude, did you watch that fight with me, dude? And
yeah.
that Billy Quarantillo When he just lifted him up with one arm and just smashed him down like it was nothing. Just went full tilt.
Dan, go check that guy out, bro. He's like nuts.
I'm gonna look now. I'm busy looking. Yeah.
Spike Carlisle definitely needs another shot in the UFC without a doubt, because that man was super. He's crazy. He's fucking nuts. He is nuts. He's not right in the head, but in such a good way.
Yeah, that was a good fight. That.
Yeah,
they ended up banging. Remember, they were literally just swinging, throwing haymakers at the end, right up until the buzzer.
Yeah. All right, bro. All right. So, but anyway, so that's that was the prelim card. I think that was probably the best prelim card I've watched to date. Like, I mean, well, in a long time, put it that way. And that's including Pettis and Cerrone on a prelim card last on UFC 249.
But it's amazing how many guys are coming out and fighting, even though there is no audience. I think all of them want to have a go. I think it's only Conor that probably won't fight in front of an empty stadium. Because it seems like the roster's still full.
Well, do you know what I think?
Yeah, exactly.
I think the US got the coronavirus pandemic a lot earlier than we did, so they've gone back earlier. But they were no doubt going to be the first one to go back. Dana White always said is we're going to be doing we're going to be the first to do everything.
Yeah, and the UFC also doesn't have to. They're not like other sports leagues. Like individual clubs don't have to say how much money they're making. I don't think they have to like show their books or whatever. Like the leagues sort of are held accountable by regulations, whereas UFC is a league on its own and it's one company. So there's no sort of regulations to say how much they can make, how much they can disclose, how much they can not show. I think the UFC's got a lot of money and they have the financial capabilities of getting back first. I think it's very expensive, much more expensive than we can see.
Yeah, but also with...
Yeah, not to digress, but isn't football back now? Or going to be coming back?
It will be. It will be back.
Football's back on the 15th of June. Arsenal plays City on the 1st of September. Stadiums are empty, yeah. And they're just doing it also to limit revenue loss, because in the English Premier League, a lot of money relies on them to be... These games are televised, and that's where most of the money comes from. So the gate is a big thing. It's a big loss, but you don't want to lose your whole season. So the guys are going to get back and play a compacted season in like 3 weeks. They're going to play the last 6 games. And then Liverpool FC should win the league. So let's see if that happens. Back to the main card.
Yeah, no. I love that, dude. But you know what? It's really cool that the sports are starting to keep going. Like, listen, we only lifted to level 3 yesterday, and to see, because I had to go to my first appointment. Like, I can't stop. I have to work, and I had to go, and the streets were buzzing just like it was a normal day. I mean, just the only difference were everybody was wearing masks. And every building you have to enter has sanitizer. So it's like the world going back with like, at the end of the day, the only people now who can prevent this from happening is us, by doing the sanitizer when we walk in, doing the tests and making sure everything's, dandy. But it's now the new normal, basically what I'm trying to say. So now everything's opening up.
It'll be like that for another.
Yeah, and we're learning from other.
It'll be like that for another few months.
Yeah, and we're learning from other countries and stuff on how to handle it, and we've just adopted the fact that we're going to do a big lockdown now. We're opening up, and it's fucking scary as well, because when we opened up, the numbers were grim. They weren't great.
The numbers are going to rise now, I promise you. I mean, even over the last 2 days, the amount of traffic incidents and accidents that have happened.
Serious?
It's just
it's because everybody's forgotten how to fucking drive.
No, well, the Oaks are obviously getting docked as well now. I mean,
less practice driving. Yeah, it's less practice driving and getting behind the wheel for the first time in like 2 months and driving fast.
No, you
But
know
those numbers are just there because, I mean, they were like that before the lockdown. The numbers went down during the lockdown. They're going to go back to where they were.
Yeah. Do you
The
know?
numbers have been climbing. Bro.
Yeah, I saw
apparently.
a meme. It was quite funny. It was like June 2020. Bunch of drunk drivers trying to find illicit cigarettes. Crazy.
Well, yeah, you can get Chicago's now, but you can't get Canada's. So
Cool, bust the name, bro.
Yeah,
it's fine.
damn.
Everyone knows about it.
Yeah,
And
man.
they
So,
literally went to court today, bro. Apparently, they've chucked ciggies out again. They obviously tried to appeal it, and now they've come back and said no ciggies. So
yeah,
No
it's,
ciggies.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, for it, for a smoker, it must be shitty. You know, it must suck. But I guess you got to take the good with the bad. The good is, there's no real good that comes from it. But you've got to just like. Maybe it's time to quit or start trying to quit. I mean, nobody wants to. I mean,
Yeah,
you start smoking.
you should quit, but you should quit, but you should be able to buy cigarettes. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's not the fucking prohibition.
You don't want to hear that. Like, I don't want to hear. If I was a smoker, I wouldn't want to hear someone telling me I need to quit now. So it's like you need to do that in your own time.
Yeah,
it's like yes,
it's a decision you make.
It's a lot easier than smoking. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's bullshit. Like,
no, but I'm just listen. I was trying to put a positive spin on it being a shit situation. Because listen,
do quit.
I smoke these vape things, and I don't have much left. So, like once I'm done, I can't get anything more. So I'm also gonna be in a situation. It might even be worse because these things fucking hold nicotine like a champion.
Mm.
it's all just messed up, bro. The nervous thing is that I don't know if our government knows exactly what they're doing. I mean, but yeah.
I can tell you, I'll go on record and say I think they really don't know. But whatever, I'm in New York. You can see behind me. I'm not scared.
Yeah. Shit.
So
man.
back to the card.
Yeah,
guys.
let's
What
go.
are we
Okay,
talking about
so the first. Okay, listen. The one thing I wanted to say, you watched the main event. How nice was it to see the UFC in? I did mention the smaller octagon, but the fact that it was in a room, so the camera angles weren't like just this darkness and an octagon, where it's actually a building built for not crowds. It's like the building is built for fights without crowds. And I think it's brilliant. I think it was also well timed. I even saw an interview with Dana White where he said, geez, the Apex was built in such a weird and good time. Like, it's weird that it was built in such good time for this to happen. Because
When was the construction completed?
Oh, no, they've been doing the Contender Series out of there, dude. So it's been completed for a long time. But in order for them to hold fight nights and to hold, what do you call it, like UFC events.
Main events.
I think, because I think what's going to happen is, my immediate thinking is, I think the fight nights are going to be held at the Apex, and then the numbered events are going to happen at Fight Island.
Moving forward for good.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the thing. That like the fight nights are going to be Apex, and then the big events are going to happen at Fight Island.
That's amazing. I
What
would
on
love
ticket
that.
sales, though?
No ticket sales, bro. 0 fans, just staff.
No, correct. So when fans are allowed back, they'll have it at the MGM. They'll do it back.
They'll go straight back to But you know what they're going to do with Fight Island? They're going to recreate the Ultimate Fighter, and they're going to have fighters fly over and be on this fucking island and doing like a new version of the Ultimate Fighter. They're bringing back Tough as well.
Oh, so you were chatting to Dana yesterday.
Hey, listen, bro. I've really, to get this content quality up, you got to pull some strings,
Yeah, I'm also trying to increase. I'm also trying to increase the quality of our content. So we need to also eventually divulge what you've heard from Dana about Zuffa boxing.
For sure. But before we gloat about serious news like that, let's just talk about our graphics.
Okay, well, seeing as you're bringing up the sponsor,
isn't this
I'm
a lot
also gonna
more
bring
pro
up
than
one of my
the last episode we did? We've adapted. We took one episode to adapt, bro.
Yeah.
And look
adapted
what we
to
got
this new
now.
world.
So thank
Okay,
you
well,
to
big shout
Matthew
out
Holly for sorting
Shout out
us
to-
out.
Shout out to Scallywag Chilies.
Yes,
Matt
and
Holly.
Matthew Holly, Scallywag Chili, and
We'll get the logo up next time. I don't know why Papa hasn't put the logo up. Scallywag's our sponsor, guys.
Yes, yeah,
Come on,
100%. Yeah,
A bit more respect.
yeah. There's no shortage of chili, that's for sure. Okay, so listen, the first we talked about Mackenzie Dern. Let's give it a little bit more of a go. She's 8-1 as a pro. She looked the best she's ever looked. She showed such fight IQ as far as I'm concerned. But Hannah Cyphers, she's always been on my radar. I've always enjoyed watching her because she's got these short little arms and she's this explosive little like little ball of dynamite, and she hits hard. And Mackenzie Dern, she just got it done on the ground, bro. Just got it straight up. As soon as they hit the ground,
Why are you body shaming Hannah's short arms?
we're talking about reach here, brother. Reach. She's she's in punching range, but she doesn't meet her.
I'm pulling it up.
Okay, pull it up, yeah, because you'll know what I'm saying. But anyway,
Oh, what a beautiful lady! Wow. See, say something nice about it.
oh my god, bro, is this how this podcast is gonna go?
Yeah, so it's a rear naked choke in the first round.
No, it wasn't a rear naked choke. It was a knee bar.
Oh, sorry,
Knee
knee
bar,
bar. I read that wrong. Sorry, guys. I only do main events.
Yeah, dude, don't worry. You're only just repping yourself there, huh?
It's all good.
No,
And what's bad is
no. So basically, all in all, it's a bummer for Hannah Cyphers because I think she might be one loss away from being cut. That's my opinion on Hannah Cyphers. She just doesn't seem to get out the blocks for some reason, and I've really enjoyed it because she's super she's one of those extremely lovable characters in the UFC where her interviews, she's super awkward and she's just an introverted person who loves combat sports. There's nothing more to it. She's a farm girl, and she just loves to fight. And then you get Mackenzie Dern, who's just had a baby. Well, she's fought once since the baby, but now has come back. She looked like she was in impeccable shape and used great fight IQ to it was so beautiful the way she transitioned there. She ended up on the back. Cyphers was standing, and she wrapped the legs around, got it down to the ground, switched, changed the grip on the heel, and then just went belly down and got the knee bar, which was just really, it was just so smooth. It was beautiful to watch. Anyway, in terms of jiu-jitsu, I know clearly never done jiu-jitsu. I've never practiced it, never seen it in person.
Dan's got
but I think
impeccable record.
yeah, but what I'm saying is from the years of watching Ultimate Fighter and watching all this stuff, I can see the transitions and what. Don't ask me to put it into practice, but I can see it. Anyway, moving on. What do you think?
Fight was good.
Yeah, what do you think? But what's next? What's next for Mackenzie Dern? What's next for Cyphers? Should we pull up women's strawweight?
What's the ranking? Where's the rank now?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up strawweight quickly. Okay, so we've got strawweight.
I think you must give Mackenzie Joanna.
Yeah, well, that's actually
Where's Mackenzie on the?
Yeah. Here we go. So we've got
Mackenzie's top 10.
No,
Joanna's going to be fighting.
No.
What's her name? Ching Chong.
No. Sorry, what's that? What's that, bro?
Mackenzie
What was
top
that?
Her name just.
Oh my god. She's not in the top 10. She's not in the top 10. So you give someone like Mackenzie Dern Amanda Ribas.
Oh, you've lost me there, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, because she's number
Yeah.
15. So I know I know who she is. She's this loud, she's very entertaining, put it that way. Every time you put her behind a mic, she's like,
Mackenzie's got a good record, eh?
sorry? I'm just
Mackenzie's got a good record, eh?
Yeah, but she's 8-1. But I'm just trying to see if she's ranked in any other division, and she's not. So I'm saying it could be nice to give her maybe number 15 or number 16, 17. But obviously, we only know who goes up to 15. But she's not in the rankings. But anyway, and then Hannah Cyphers is not in the rankings either. So they're trying to get up into the top 10, but I think Hannah Cyphers may be in a bit of trouble because she's coming off, I think, a few losses. Anyway, moving on. So the next card, or the next, this was my most anticipated
Ivanov.
fight. What's that?
Ivanov.
No.
What's his name?
No. My most anticipated fight was that lightweight bout
That's
between
Robertson.
Yeah, that's 100%, bro. That fight was incredible. I loved every single moment of it. Lots of trash talk in between, but you knew that there was one guy driving that the entire time, and that was Roosevelt Roberts. And he got the submission.
But you
win.
did
That was
talk.
a good all-round fight, and then he ended off with a submission.
Yeah, and you were talking about Roosevelt for days. So,
I told you.
Yeah, he was one of your,
He's about
he's
that
one of your
money.
new favorite fighters.
He's absolutely one of my new favorites.
There's
He's
one
10 and
person
1.
down. You don't want to meet that down in an alleyway. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah,
and
he's a Florida boy, and he knows what's up. You know what I mean? He's like just one of those guys.
What does it say? Thug money on his chest. or
No,
something. What?
bout money. It's like fight
Thug
money. Yeah. I'd like
That was a good fight.
That is seriously, that guy's going to be a champion one day. Everybody needs to watch out for Roosevelt Roberts. He's damn good. Brock Weaver, he's coming off a loss as well. He's coming off a win that looked like a loss. He got caught with an illegal knee, and then he got the DQ win. It's tough for him because he's coming. I think he also came off the Contender Series, so he's basically one DQ win, one loss. He desperately needs to win his next one. If he doesn't win his next one, he might be in a bit of trouble in terms of contractual shit.
Oh, they're both ranked. Both guys. Roberts.
The thing that everybody needs to remember that during this pandemic and kind of stuff, these fighters are basically fighting for their job, like their position. I mean, there are some fighters that really need to kind of like step up and say, listen, I want to be here. This is my vibe. And that's the kind of attitude Dana White has as well. He's like, listen, if you don't want to fucking be here, you don't have to be here. And then you'll get fighters champing at the bit to say, I want to fight because I need to stay on the roster kind of vibe. So it's very interesting. Lots of other things to take into consideration during this whole time as well.
You would think that it gives them more power during the pandemic to be able to come out and fight, in this sort of environment or climate. But it actually gives Dana more power because there's more urgency now, and they can't just go to Bellator if they feel like it. They can't just go fight in Europe or Asia if they want to.
Yeah,
they need to make it work in America.
100%.
Yeah, but the lightweight division is stacked, bro. Stacked. So you literally have to show up.
Yeah, exactly. So who next for Roosevelt Roberts then? Do you think he's on the level that he can take on a top 15?
I think he needs to. I see like a Roosevelt Roberts Michael Johnson matchup could be good. Something like that.
He called someone out. I can't remember the name.
He called out.
Who did he call out?
Who did he call out? Matt Fravella.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a good fight for him.
Fight?
It's a good matchup for him. It's a bad fight for Vivella for sure.
And Brock Weaver, you think he could call out maybe Donnie Madge?
No, the thing is, Brock Weaver's got some sort of, he's got a little bit of weight behind his name. He's a Native American. They've put a lot of emphasis on that. He loves his culture and all that. They love to push those kinds of stories. So it wouldn't be bad to say a Native South African come and fight a Native American kind of thing, in But the UFC, they'll spin it in any way that they can to get the best marketing out of the bout. I just think in terms of, we're talking Don Madge specifically, he needs to get in there. It's so difficult though, because currently we're in a situation where I don't think he would be able to get to the States or to Fight Island right now.
Definitely not.
But he needs to get on a card.
Where there's a will, there's a way. And I know Uncle Dana watches the show, so Dana, shout out Don.
No, but it's not about that, bro. It's about I think sports in South Africa is level 1, bro. So we've still got a long way to go before we're gonna see sport.
Well, no. It's not really about that. It's about international travel. It doesn't necessarily need to be about sports. It's about international travel.
Yeah, true.
So
people need a legitimate, valid reason to get out of the country, but the thing is, what Dana White said, and he told me this as well, is that Fight Island's meant for the international fights.
Yeah, apparently. But look, there was a Brazilian on the card this weekend, so Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah. No. Mackenzie Dern is a USA resident, and so is
okay.
And so is what's his name, Gilbert Burns. Okay, so but I mean, listen, big future.
Speaking of Brazilians, we need to talk about Anderson Silva versus McGregor.
Okay, we'll get to that. Let's just cover this card quickly.
Okay. Back to Ivanov.
Yeah. Okay. Well, really, back to Ivanov, more like Sakai.
Yeah.
The next fight was a catchweight bout, which I find very interesting. I didn't know that this was a catchweight bout. I mean, I obviously know it's like guys need to agree to what weight. Obviously, this was like a 4-day notice fight or something. But UFC doesn't often do catchweight bouts, eh? Must have been something special about this bout that they really needed to make it happen, and then everybody agreed that they can weigh it at 150. So they're obviously featherweight fighters that didn't have enough time to cut weight to 45.
And it was a good fight.
Tell us about the fight, because I see here that when I pulled it up,
literally one of the most insane fights I've ever seen in my entire life. It was like a Jorge Masvidal, Ben Askren start, like the guy literally flying knee from the get-go, literally burst. That guy, Spike Carlisle, has a round and a half in him. If he doesn't finish you in a round and a half, he loses. That's what I gather. Because he just gives it his everything. Like he does, there's go and there's stop. There's no management of energy whatsoever.
Win that, bro.
No, but there was no he doesn't manage his energy. So he's gonna. I mean, nobody can go that pace. Frantic. It was frantic. It's like you can watch him fight to heavy metal music and enjoy it. Dadu 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 dadu. Ah! He's like a madman.
And he's a lightweight.
He's a lightweight. Well, I think he's a featherweight.
And who missed weight?
No. That's what I'm saying. It was strange because it was a catchweight. It was a contracted catchweight bout, which the UFC is not.
Okay.
I feel like the UFC is not happy to do catchweight because they've got their divisions. That's why they set themselves apart from the rest. Where the others, they all do catchweight. Where it's like, oh, let's make a fight. Oh, let's do catchweight. Where the UFC is very specific. It's either 155, 170, 185, 205. You know what I mean?
Well, do you know why they could be making a catchweight?
Well, just because of short notice.
Because Anderson Silva and Conor McGregor can both meet at 75.
70. What did Anderson say? 73 or something? 173.6 or something.
73. Yeah.
He was very specific. Why do you think
Anderson's fought once at welterweight?
Why do you think he was so specific about the weight?
Because he doesn't want to fight at 170.
Why go so specific? He could have said 175. Why did he go 173.6? It's like is that the lowest he's ever gotten?
I think I know, but I think it's to do with him not wanting to upset the apple cart when it comes to Dana White's divisions. You got welterweight at 170.
Really think that
if
fight's
you go
gonna
one,
happen?
but there's a
No,
push for
I don't
175
believe
and
so.
165.
Like,
I think it's
last
possible.
week it was McGregor, Usman. This week it's like him and Silva. What's next week gonna be? Him versus Don Madge,
I
or
know. It's all possible. He's fought Floyd Mayweather, so he fought the greatest boxer of all time.
Yeah. First of all,
can
Gareth
believe
would
it.
like to thank his sponsor, Castle Light.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
just gonna-
need a new one.
No, it's so lucky to be able to buy beer legally. But anyway. But yeah.
But let's get off this card so we can talk about this week's fights.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Calm down there, sunshine.
We've got a massive one coming up, but you guys have got to first talk about Woodley and Burns.
Okay, well let's okay.
Talk about Kevin
Everyone,
first, bro.
I'll-
That he cut
no, we got
holes in his body and
we got to talk about Blagoy and Augusta Sakai. It was a one side, as far as I'm concerned. It was a
one-sided
was
show.
it no it wasn't really, if I think about it. It actually wasn't. It was just it wasn't great when they said, yeah, no, this is what we would expect for a co-main event. And I was like, and then I was like, co-main event. And I was like, this is the co-main event. I just didn't feel it. But then,
Yeah, well, I've got a surprise for you about the co-main event coming up.
okay. But then what really made up for it all was Tyron Woodley versus Gilbert Burns, a absolute 5-round schooling, a clinic.
Woo.
A spatial clinic as well. It was a rhythm fest.
Did you
I
see
want
the
to see
cut, Dan?
Gilbert. I want to see Gilbert Burns versus Masvidal.
Yeah, but I mean, that was just pure beauty. It was dominance. It like you saw the way Gilbert Burns was moving his shoulders. He felt so comfortable. He knew exactly where he was in every single moment of that fight. He came out unscathed. And you know what? My prediction was wrong just because of Tyron Woodley's name. And I saw, I just go back to how dominant he was against Darren Till. And I go, fuck, he finished Darren Till in the second round. But then that boils the question is, how good is Darren Till now? You know,
Darren Till is very good. Yeah.
But do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, Darren Till's very good. I think he was fighting at 170 when he shouldn't have been. He's a bit too big. He's a big boy. He needs to be at 85. Look what he did against Gastelum.
Gareth.
I saw Woodley I think age just caught up to him, and I think there's younger guys in the division. And the beautiful thing about the way Gilbert Burns fights is he knows he's so good on the ground that he doesn't really need to wrestle. He can just strike all out, and he knows that if he gets taken down, he's going to play around with you in his guard, and he's going to transition easily. He's going to go for submissions. He's going to make it very dirty on the ground. So he fights in a way that he's not scared of going down. So he fights almost like when you watch Conor versus Khabib. Conor doesn't want to get taken down. Gilbert doesn't have that at all.
Demi's on the phone. Have you seen the rankings? We're the welterweight rankings. Go have a look.
Okay.
Well, that's my favorite thing to look at every now and then, just to see when the BMF is going to fight again.
Okay, but rankings come out on a Tuesday. I don't know if they've come out yet. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they're out now.
Go have a look.
I'm looking right now. I'm here. It's in front of me. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Where's Burn?
Number 1. He's up 5.
Burns went to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then he can fight Masvidal.
Wow.
Well, I suppose he's the only active guy. I mean, Masvidal. These guys still need a fight.
Woodley.
Fighting again.
Remember, I told you Woodley is going to go down to a lot if he loses. He's dropped 3.
Yeah.
Leon Edwards down 1. Stephen Thompson down 1. Otherwise, everything's remained unchanged. Oh, wait. Conor McGregor is now the 15th ranked welterweight. But is the 4th ranked lightweight, which is fucking strange.
No, well, that's fine. He beat Cowboy, so he goes top 15 at welterweight. That means it just gives Conor more options, and the UFC is not going to take Conor off the 155 roster.
Yeah.
He's good for
I can't believe
eyeballs.
Burns though.
But look, do you get
Yeah,
anybody
he-
else
he
into?
jumped ahead of-
Do you get anybody else
Sorry.
in 2 weight divisions?
Yes, Donald Cerrone was in 55 and 70 for a long
Okay,
time.
well let's see. Well then
Conor just-
Donald might have been kicked off one of
Donald
two
will be
of them.
he'll be 16 now. He won't be top 15 anymore.
No, Cerrone's
Donald's
number
on
12. He's
lightweight.
number 12
On lightweight.
on lightweight. Yeah, lightweight.
That's
division,
lightweight,
He's number
yeah.
12. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not in. Yeah, he's number 16 in welterweight. But look how Burns has jumped over Colby Covington. That might be an interesting fight.
No, Covington's got to get taken out by Masvidal, bro.
No, listen. No.
I want to see Covington Masvidal, and I want to see Leon Edwards versus Gilbert Burns. That's what I want to see.
Okay, so this is how I see it, guys.
Michael Chiesa versus Leon Edwards. That's my call.
That's a good one as well.
Okay,
But yeah, go for it, Rock.
so I think it needs to be Usman Masvidal. Because Conor.
Why?
Okay, I'll explain to you why. Give me a second. So Usman needs to fight Masvidal because Masvidal is technically and famously in line for that. He won the BMF title at welterweight. He beat Nate Diaz. He's a huge name. Kamaru Usman is the champion. He is not a huge draw as what in terms of in the huge public eye. He's not as big a draw as Conor McGregor or a Masvidal or a Nate Diaz or a Justin Gaethje
mean a
or
fan
Tony
favorite?
Ferguson. Any names like that. So you put Kamaru Usman against Masvidal. Masvidal's stock will not go down if he loses to Usman because he's the champion. If he wins, he takes over Conor McGregor as the face of the UFC. Okay?
But
So
that's why Conor with Conor leaving, there's like a vacuum, and Masvidal's filled that vacuum.
What?
That's
Yeah,
how popular he's become.
yeah, but
Of the
that's
UFC
100%.
is
But I'm
Disney,
saying,
not Masvidal.
yeah, but I'm saying in
Yeah.
terms of the rankings, Colby Covington's coming off a loss, so I think Covington now needs to fight Woodley.
Yeah,
Both coming
makes
off
sense.
a loss. Both have a heated
You
rivalry.
can't take that fight, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
Well, I
that'll be a good.
would, I would like
Woodley
G, what
only-
you're saying. I
dude,
would
Wood-
Covington
Just
versus
can I
Burns,
just
bro.
say
Covington
something quickly just before we carry on?
You said something now. We've heard it.
Yeah, no. You can't just say that. Woodley came out with a cut. He was classed. He was outclassed. The worst thing he had was a bad cut. That's
out
going to
with a
take
cut.
6 weeks to fucking heal. He's going to be in good shape.
Yeah.
He needs to fight someone like Colby Covington. And then that takes care of number 4 and number 2. Jorge Masvidal needs to fight
Burns
the
is ready to
champion.
go, Bruce. What's Burns going to do now?
Burns waits and he
Leon
fights
Edwards.
the champion. No, he can
He's
wait
not gonna
and
wait.
fight the champion. They can make
Wait.
they
Quick
can-
question. In your theory, who does Leon Edwards fight?
Stephen
Yes, sir.
Thompson.
Oh, Stephen Thompson. I'm in. I'm happy with that.
Come on, bro.
That's Muay Thai versus karate. That's
Exactly.
perfect for me.
And Stephen Thompson's number 6 and Leon Edwards is number 5. Perfect. 6 versus 5.
Happy with-
4 versus 2. And then 1 verse, then Gilbert Burns is the only one who needs to apply a little bit of patience. You get that sorted out, that mess sorted out, and you get Gilbert Burns who fights the winner of Usman Masvidal.
I'm okay with. I don't hate that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But we need to move on, guys. I've got Sky on phoning me on the other line.
No, I think that's good. I think that's good. Listen, look, it gotta be heated. I like it. Listen, this is how we need to rock and roll, people. What the fuck?
I wanted to make. Are we okay with we're moving on, or do we still need to talk about Woodley and what's next for him?
No.
I'm happy with your.
But remember, in this whole mix, you got one person who can come and fuck it all up.
Colby Covington.
No, it's Conor McGregor.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so let's move on from that
From
because you
featherweight
never
to
know
middleweight.
what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna happen.
Are we going to do
Yeah,
predictions for 250?
Okay, yeah, but let's just do predictions for because
main card.
no,
Just the
let's
main
do
card.
just do main card. And that main card, motherfuckers, is stacked.
It is.
is
But have you guys seen? Have you guys seen that the bantamweight fight, which is the co-main?
Oh,
It's Garbrandt. Garbrandt's in the co-main against Asun Sao. When Aljamain Sterling and Corey Sandhagen are literally doing a title eliminator, they've put it like that for what reason? Because they think Cody Garbrandt's good looking? I don't know.
Yeah, Aljo and Sandhagen need to be the co-main for sure. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I even think Anthony Rocco Martin versus Neil Magny could have taken that spot over them.
Nah.
I love Neil Magny and I love Rocco Martin. But like
Neil Magny's coming off a very good win, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, he is. Yes,
Yeah.
and so is Rocco
Yes,
Martin.
yeah. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the division is absolutely stacked above him. So if he gets another win, then he can look at something like a Thompson or a Leon Edwards. But
Just to think of the guys we were talking about 2 seconds ago. The Covingtons, the Thompsons of the world, the Damian Myers. Yeah. And then you get guys like Neil Magny and Anthony Rocco Martin who can, on any given day, can beat any one of those guys.
Well, that's what's just happened for Burns. That's true.
Yeah.
Welterweight's like that at the moment.
Crazy. Absolute madness.
Cody Garbrandt is ranked 9. And oh my gosh. And he's 5.
You see, and he's the co-main. But I think if Garbrandt gets a win, he's going to get another top 5 guy. So it's okay to keep him on the co-main. I think he's got the fun style as well. Yeah. The other guys, it might turn into a bit of a grappling match. You never know. Not that I'm against
coming
that.
Off a 3-fight losing streak, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he is, but he's going to be back this weekend.
Well, listen, you gotta come back with evidence now, huh? Is he coming off a 3-fight skid? Who? Cody Garbrandt. He lost to.
He's lost 2 to TJ, and he lost against. He lost at bantamweight again.
Yeah, and he lost against. What was this? Such a nice guy, man. What was his name? A Brazilian guy.
Come on, Rock.
Shit, it's lost.
Never mind. I'll pull it up.
Nunes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit.
Pedro Nunes.
That's it. There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
So listen, quick Spitfire. We've got a couple of minutes left. Sean O'Malley, Eddie Wineland. You got to give it to O'Malley. He's on just such on fire, but Eddie's got lots of experience.
Sean O'Malley, second round knockout.
You going as far as second round? I think he could do like something crazy in the first.
I'm going round 1 knockout.
Okay.
Sean O'Malley, second round knockout.
Okay, I've got Sean O'Malley decision. I don't think he gets this one done in one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to be reality. This guy can't fight. He cannot finish everybody. So this might be his one dud, his like decision win.
Okay. We'll see.
Because Eddie Wineland's very experienced, dude. He's been around a long time. Can't discount a guy like that.
Yeah, I like his handlebars, but that's about it.
Yeah, his profile picture is quite this cowboy Cerrone-esque. He looks like he needs.
Yeah.
He looks like he belongs on the BMF ranch. Then we got Neil Magny, Anthony Rocco Martin. Fuck, I hate this, but I've been a Magny fan since the beginning, so I got to give this to Magny, but I can't.
I'm gonna go Martin decision.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna go Martin decision as well.
Yeah, I also think this goes to a decision, but I think it goes to Magny.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, then you get
Now the big
LJ
one.
and Corey Sandhagen, both beasts on the floor.
I'm gonna go Sterling second round submission. He catches him in a Darce choke.
I'll go Sterling decision.
Yeah, I don't see LJ submitting Sandhagen, and I also don't see Sandhagen submitting Sterling. I've got a feeling there may be a little change of the guard here, and I think Sandhagen could get a TKO second round.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
That's a good shot. That's possible.
Yeah.
That's a bold one.
Do you remember Sandhagen when he fought who was it? What was his name? Jason Knight, I think it was his name. When he got caught in this horrible armbar. Horrible armbar. And the guy just stuck it through, and he just showed so much grit, and my God. But anyway. Okay, so Asansar Garbrandt. Jeez. Garbrandt could get cut, bro. If he loses this.
I'm gonna say a Cody Garbrandt decision, and he's gonna take it a bit more careful. He's gonna put a bit of Justin Gaethje into his game.
Do you think so?
Not get hit. Yeah, he needs to stop getting hit. But he's got such a great style. He's got such a fan-friendly boxing style.
He doesn't keep it cool.
Yeah.
And then he loses his temper, and then he just swings, and then he gets caught.
Yeah.
He's got a fan-favorite style, but when he gets hit, he gets angry, and then he loses his temper. But I think that his coaches are going to talk to him, and he's going to come back.
Well,
I think he's going to win.
Well, technically, I think if things have gone how they've gone, I would say Asansar by overhand right, because that's the exact punch that Garbrandt's been knocked out by in his last 3 fights, is an overhand right. So if he hasn't sorted that out, you know what the funniest thing is? Okay, I'm going to put this on the line. If Garbrandt gets knocked out by an overhand left, that'll be amazing. Because he'll adjust for being knocked out 3 times by an overhand right. If he gets knocked out by an overhand left, that'll be hilarious. But I've got a feeling
he's not gonna lose his temper this time. He's gonna fight sort of a bit more.
Garbrandt's gonna win by decision. That's my call.
Okay, so I think that Asansar has got experience, and Garbrandt is mainly a stand-up boxer, striker. I think Asansar takes him down, dominates him, and gets a decision win. Then, well, I mean, you guys have all given your predictions, right?
Oh, we just got one more to go. The Lioness.
First round KO for me.
First round KO, Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
No.
What do you see, Gary?
I think it'll probably go back to the second or the third TKO.
Okay, I mean, that's viable. I mean, listen, Felicia Spencer lasted 3 rounds with Cyborg, but Cyborg didn't last round 1 with Nunes.
Ooh, yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting one. Like, you never know how it's going to go, but like, I know Felicia Spencer's tough, but Amanda Nunes got that fire in all limbs. Eh? She's the goat.
She's the lioness, and she wants to defend both belts.
Yeah.
So this is her first title defense for 145.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have to cut weight.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a lioness.
She is the lioness, and we love her.
Gareth, is there anything good on the prelims? Like, not to go back, but is there anything good on the prelims and the early prelims?
So let's look at the prelims quickly. Oh, actually, very, very good. Oh, wow. That's actually, dude, that whole, oh, wow. So
Cody Stamen. Cody Stamen
versus Brian Kelleher. Brian Kelleher just knocked out a guy above his weight in the last UFC event.
Okay.
So, and a weight above, right? Perfect, beautiful dip of the head. It was a left hook. Dip of the head, left hook, knocked this out. Cody Stamen's a wrestler. He's extremely good. Ian Heinisch at middleweight is coming off a loss. And Gerald Meerschaert is coming off a win off Deron Wynn. So that's
got a lot of fights, eh?
That's going to be good. Yeah, Meerschaert's good. And then Caceres is Bruce Leroy, who's going to be fighting Chase Hooper, who's this like lanky, nerdy looking jiu-jitsu dude who just somehow manages to win somehow, but manages to get super fucked up in the meantime. So that's going to be fun as well. He's literally going to get fucked up for the first 5 minutes and probably pull off like a leg lock or something. And then, dude, listen, to be honest with you, I know Charles Burden and Mikey Pitolo. I don't know them well enough to be able to comment, but Cody Stamen versus Brian Kelleher, killer fight. Ian Heinisch versus Gerald Meerschaert, killer fight. Alex Caceres versus Chase Hooper. I see Chase Hooper taking Caceres' back after getting fucked up for 3 minutes. And then you get the Evan Dunham. So Evan Dunham, the old UFC vet, coming back.
You saw Herbert Burns. You saw Herbert Burns, eh?
No. I saw that Evan Dunham's bout was cancelled, but then I saw above it. Then now it's been made a catchweight.
Do you see the catchweight? That's 150. Guys aren't struggling to make weight.
It's guys struggling to make weight, and then they come into agreement before fight night, so there's no like purse.
I don't think they're struggling to make weight if the 150 catchweight's already decided and it's Tuesday and the UFC main event is on the Saturday. Do you know what I mean? So this is planned, and I think we're going to see McGregor versus Silva. Watch this space. First.
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen, bro. That's quite possible, bro. But anyway, on the light, like just one more. There's literally the early prelims. That's what I'm saying, bro. What I was saying earlier on is that all these fighters are going, give me fights. Listen, Evan Dunham, Herbert Burns, great fight. Alonzo Menafield versus Devin Clark, amazing fight. Devin Clark's that dude who's got the chest tattoo. We talked about the chest tattoos last week. Let me steer clear of that. And then Josiah Formiga versus Alex Perez, also amazing fight. So cool. What time does it start? Our time.
Probably
4
midnight.
o'clock. The early prelim starts at 12 South African Standard Time. So yeah.
Where is it? It's the Apex again.
It's at the Apex again. Yeah, it's at the Apex again. Yeah.
Vegas.
It's going to be an amazing night of fights. We're going to hopefully catch a little bit of the prelims live, and then we'll wake up in the morning and watch the main card. Because I'm done watching shit at like 4 o'clock in the morning, having ruining my day the next day. It's crazy.
Hashtag UFC Fight Pass.
Yo, hashtag from the corner.
Time for another Castle Life.
Yeah. But is that it, boys? Is that it? Have we had a good time?
Yeah,
I've had a good time. Absolute.
Thank you, guys. To all our fans in Pinelands, Rondebosch, Kenilworth, Mowbray,
New York. Dan, thanks for tuning in from New York City.
Thanks for the burbs. Thanks to the burbs, son. The burbs.
Cheers, boys.
Sweet.
Cheers, girls.
Cheers, guys.
From the corner.
Yeah. Michael Bisping said it best. Never gonna happen, brother.
Are you mad?
This is number one bullshit. You never gonna do that. I love it when they stand and bang. Are you intoxicated?
But take your jokes and throw them in the bin.
Me and Dana White not friends. Everybody knows.
That was amazing.
Sometimes your stock is just higher.
I'm telling you, that's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's probably one of the worst things I've ever heard. Let's move on.
Just like that.